Assalomu alaykum hammaga. Bugungi darsimizda kemiruvchi 3-kitobining test 4 passage 2 qismini gaplashamiz va bu qismda o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek the topic's name is saving the soil, ya'ni tuproqni asrab qolish, tuproqni saqlab qolish. Va bu qismda birinchi navbatda qiladigan ishimiz bu passage nima haqidaligini aniqlab olish. Passage nima haqidaligini aniqlab olganimizdan so'ng savol turlariga qarash va bizdan nima kutilayotganligi, qanaqa savollarga javob berish kutilayotganligini ko'rib chiqish hisoblanadi va bu qismda o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek feeling the gap, summary completion, why soil degradation could be a disaster for humans, nimaga odamlar uchun soil degradatsiyasi muammo bo'lishi mumkin. Va bu qismda javoblarni katta ehtimollik bilan ikkita passajdan topishimiz ehtimoli katta va bu qismda one word only, faqatgina bitta so'z ishlatishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Undan keyin esa bizda matching information berilgan to'rtta savolni, berilgan to'rtta gapni davomini to'ldirib chiqishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Undan keyin esa bizda matching information and B nota bene you may use any letter more than once. Demak, bunda bitta kamida bitta harfni, kamida bitta paragrafni ikki marta ishlatishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Bu bosunda savolning javobi. Savol turi summary matching information, which section contains the following information. Bu savol turlaridan ko'rinib turibdiki, birinchi navbatda savolni o'qish emas, balki javobni o'qib olish, tekstni o'qib olgan holda keyinchalik tushungan mazmunga asosan javoblarni topish yaxshiroq strategiya hisoblanadi va shuning uchun ham bu strategiyani qo'llashga harakat qilamiz. Va bu qismni o'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, more than a third of the world soil is endangered. According to the recent UN report, if we don't slow the decline, all formable soil could be gone in 60 years. Since soil grows 90% of our food, sustain all human life in other more surprising ways, it's a huge problem. Demak, bunda muammo borligi va muammo nimaga muammo ekanligi haqida ma'lumot berilgan. Peter Kaufman from the Carey Institute we don't need this information points out that soil scientists have been warning about degradation for decades. Asrlardan beri, yillardan beri, 10 yillardan beri warn, ya'ni ogohlantirib kelishayotgan ekan. At the time, our understanding of its importance to humans has grown. Okay. Understanding of importance has grown. A single gram of healthy soil might contain 100 million bacteria as well as our microorganisms such as viruses and fungi, living emit plants and other microorganisms, 100 million bacteria. That means soils don't just grow our food, but are a source of nearly all our existing antibiotics, could be our best hope in the fight against antibiotic resistance bacteria. Soil is also an ally against climate change, as microorganisms within soil digest dead animals and plants, so they lock in their carbon content, holding 3 times the amount of carbon as does the entire atmosphere. Soil also store water, preventing flood damage. Interesting. Damage to buildings and roads. This amount. Demak, bunda nima uchun soilning muhim ekanligi, tuproqning muhim ekanligi haqida ma'lumot berilgan. See, if the soil loses its ability to perform these functions, its ability to perform, the human race could be in big trouble. The danger is not that soil will disappear completely. The danger is not soil will disappear, but that the microorganisms that give it special properties will be lost. And once this has happened, it may take the soil thousands of years to recover. Hope. Agriculture is by far the biggest problem. The biggest problem in agriculture. In the wild, when plants grow, they remove nutrients from the soil. But when the plants die, the decay, these nutrients are returned directly to the soil. So, while when plants grow, they remove nutrients from soil. Okay, when the plants die, humans tend not to return these unused plants harvested crops directly to soil to enrich it, meaning that soil gradually becomes less fertile. In the past, we developed strategies to get around the problem, such as regularly varying the types of crops, or leaving fields uncultivated for the season. But these practices became inconvenient as population grew. Agriculture had to be run more on commercial lines. A solution came in early 20th century with the Haber-Bosch process for manufacturing ammonium nitrate. Farmers have been putting this synthetic fertilizer ever since. But over the past few decades, it has become clear that this wasn't such a bright idea. Chemical fertilizers can release polluting nitrous oxide into the atmosphere, and excess is often washed away with the rain, releasing nitrogen into rivers. More recently, we have found that indiscriminate use of fertilizer hurts the soil itself, turning it acidity and salty, degrading soils they are supposed to nourish. Demak, unda o'z ko'rganingizdek, nima uchun kultivatsiya qilmaslik va nima uchun yerdan ko'proq foydalanganligimiz va uning bunga topgan yechimiz va bu yechimning yomon oqibatlari haqida ma'lumot bergan. Why soil degradation could be disaster for humans. Demak, bu qismda javoblarimiz bor. Healthy soil contains a large variety of bacteria, other microbes, as well as plant remains and plant remains bu qismda B paragraf o'qigandim shekilli. Yo'q, ikkinchi qismda o'qigandim. No, ikkinchi qismda emas, B paragraf o'qigandim. Plant remains and what is it? As microbes influence soil digest the animals and plant remains. And also with food and also with antibiotics. Its functioning in storing carbon dioxide has a significant effect on the climate. And storing the lock-in carbon content. Storing carbon. Javob bo'ladi menimcha. Holding 3 times the amount of carbon. Simply carbon. Holding carbon. Bo'lsa javob holding carbon. Shu uchun ham carbon degan so'zni olamiz. Carbon bo'ladi bu qismda javob. Carbon. Demak, bu qismda 15-savolga javob carbon bo'lganligi uchun 14-savolga javob undan oldin bo'lishi aniq. O'sha uchun 14-savolga javobni qidiramiz. As well as plant remains and what? Wow. Water here. Store water. Plant animal bo'lmaydi. Water bo'ladi javobimiz. Water. Qiynalib ketdim topganimcha. Water bo'ladi javobimiz. Katta ehtimollik bilan chunki qismda remains degani, остатки degani that animal and plant bo'ladi. Bu qismda animal bo'la olmaydi javob. O'shuning uchun ham water bu qismda waterni belgilab qo'yishimiz mumkin. O'z ko'rganingizdek savollar tartibda kelmadi, javoblar tartibda kelmadi. O'shanga ham e'tiborli bo'lib, ehtiyot bo'lishingiz kerak. It prevents damage to property and the infrastructure because it holds water here. Damn it. What is wrong with this part? Water. What animal bo'ladi menda? Fine, animals. Bilmayman. Logically, this is not the answer. To'g'ri kelmaydi bu javob. Logik o'ylab qaraganda. Mayli, bo'lmasa bo'lmasin. If these microorganisms are lost, soil might lose its special properties. The main factor contributing to soil degradation is the carried out by humans. What is carried out by humans? Agriculture. The biggest problem. Agriculture carried out by humans bo'ladi javobimiz. Demak, bu qismdagi javoblar tugadi. Keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Nutrients contained in the unused plants of harvested crops. Contained in unused parts of harvested crops. May prove the number called to no. May contain data up to 9 contains no. May not be put back into the soil. Unused parts of the crop may not be put back into the soil. It's the answer. Chunki bu qismdagi javob may have governments to be more aware. No. Damage to different aspects. No. Maybe better used at global level. No. Demak, qismda javob berilgan. Mana qismda plants and decay nutrients are returned. Humans tend not to return unused parts of harvested crops that to soil. It means the soil gradually becomes less fertile. Demak, qismda qo'yilmaydi. Demak, nutrientlar qayta qo'yilmaydi. Shuning natijasi yomon oqibatlarga olib kelishi mumkin. Synthetic fertilizers produced within process damage it. Contain data no, help the government no, cause damage to different aspects of may cause damage to different aspects of environment. Bu bo'ladi javobimiz. May emas, bu aniq bu. Cause yomon oqibatlarga olib kelishi aniq. Shuning uchun ham i'ni olamiz. Xo'p, demak, undan keyingisini o'qimadik. Undan keyingisini keyingi savollarga javobda topamiz. What about this? For reference to one person motivation for soil improvement project haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Explanation of how soil stayed healthy before the farming bor. Mana bu qismda berilgan, masalan, plant o'sha anolar o'lganda C bo'lgan javob. O'simliklar o'lganda o'sha chirib o'ziga qaytib ketgan. Agar odamlar farmingni boshlagandan beri u masalan hamma narsa olinadi, qaytarib hech narsa bermay, o'shaning natijasida degradatsiya bo'ladi. Examples of different ways of collecting information on soil. Different ways of collecting information yo'q. That is why for a way of keeping some types of soil safe in near future haqida ma'lumot yo'q. That's why it's difficult to provide an overview of soil degradation haqida ma'lumot yo'q hozircha. Xo'p, keyingi javoblarimiz hammasi EFG da bo'lar ekan. EFG da bo'lar ekan. Xo'p, birinchi o'qib olamiz, keyin savollarga javob berishga harakat qilamiz. Bu qismdagi ikkita savolga javob berishimiz aniq bu qismda. Okay, let's just try together and let's see what happens. One of the people looking for a solution is to the problem is Pius Floris, who stayed on running a tree care business. Netherlands now advises some of the world's top soil scientists. He came to realize that the best way to ensure his trees flourish was to take care of the soil. Has developed a cocktail of beneficial bacteria, fungi, and humus to do this. Researchers, humus haqida ma'lumot bergan ekan, nimaligini bilmaymiz lekin. Support of soils that form from dead plant material. Okay. Desert-like plots as good crop of plants emerged that were not just healthy but had roots strong enough to pierce dirt as hard as rock. There are few plants that grew in the control plots fed with traditional fertilizers were small and weak. However, mergers like this are not enough to solve the global soil degradation problem. To assess our options on a global scale, we first need an accurate picture of what types of soil are out there, the problems they face. That's not easy. For one thing, there is no agreed international system for classifying the soil. In an attempt to unify the different approaches, you have to create a global soil map project. Research from 9 countries are working together to create a map, link it to a database that can be fed measurements from field surveys, drone surveys, satellite imagery lab, and so provide real-time data on the site of the soil. Within the next 4 years, they aim to have mapped soils worldwide in depth 100 meters with the results freely accessible to all. But this is only a first step. We need ways of presenting the problem that bring it home to government. Governmentlarga tushuntirib qo'yish kerak ekan, wider. Bring it home to someone degani o'sha tushuntirib qo'yish, miyasiga yetkazib qo'yish degani. Says Pamela Chaychik at the international doesn't matter. More scientists don't speak language that policymakers can understand. Chaychik can help us have proposed a goal of zero net land degradation. Like the idea of carbon neutral, it's an easily understood target that can help shape expectations and encourage action. From soil on the brink, there may be too late. Several researchers are agitating for the immediate creation of protected zones for endangered soils. One difficulty here is defining what areas should conserve, areas where the greatest soil diversity is present, or areas unspoiled soils that could act as a future benchmark of quality. Whatever we do, if we want our soils to survive, we need to take action now. Whatever it is. Demak, bu qismda hamma narsa tushunarli bo'lgan bittaman, menga tushunarli bo'ldi. Birma-bir javob berdi. Savollarga javob berishga harakat qilaman. Addition of a mixture developed by peers to the soil. Nima qilar ekan? Improve number quality of plants growing there. Well, number, I don't know. Quality, yes. Maybe better for use at a global level haqida ma'lumot yo'q, chunki bu qismda aytyapti not enough for global soil degradation. Demak, not enough. May help governments to be more aware of no. May contain data up to 9 countries. No. Demak, A bo'ladi. Demak, bu qismda quality-ni oshiradi. Number-ni bilmamku, lekin quality-ni oshirishani o'sha uchun ham A'ni oldik. The idea of zero net soil degradation, mana zero net soil degradation odamlarga tushunarli bo'ladi. Expectationlar bilan hamma narsani encourage action qiladi. Shuning uchun ham may help governments to be aware of bo'ladi. D qilamiz buni. Stop it, guys. Stop it. I don't understand this, guys. Like, why do they like? Okay. Bu qismda javoblar tugadi. Tushunarli bo'ldi degan umiddaman. Nimaga bu javoblarni javob sifatida olinganligi keyingi qismdagi o'tamiz. Birma-bir ko'rib chiqamiz. It refers to one person motivation. Demak, bu qismda one person bor. Bu P.S. Flores'da javob E bo'ladi. I'm tired of this shit. Examples of different ways of collecting information on soil degradation. Different ways of collecting information. Drone surveys, field surveys, satellite surveys, imagery lab analysis. Demak, F'da bor ekan javobimiz. Keyingi qism endi. Suggestion of a way of keeping some types of soil safe in the near future. So some 12 types demak qismda mana bu qismda bor. Zero net land degradation, bu qismda one difficulty here defining the areas. Agitating immediate action to protect the zones. Demak qismda protect zonelarni yarataylik degan holda o'sha javob bo'ladi. Protect zonelarni yaratish, ularni kelajakka saqlab qo'yish. The reason why it's difficult to provide an overview of soil degradation. Soil degradation overview-ni muammosi no agreed international system for classifying. Mana no easy yozgan, o'sha uchun ham F bo'ladi bu javobimiz. Shu bilan bugungi analiz qismimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetadi. Barcha savollarga javob berishga iloji boricha harakat qildik. Agar muammolar bo'ladigan bo'lsa, biz uzr so'raymiz. Video agar tushunarli bo'lmagan bo'lsa, kommentarda qoldirishingiz mumkin. Mana shu qismi tushunarli bo'lmadi. Biz bu videoni qaytadan yaratishga harakat qilamiz. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Sizni keyingi darslarda kutib qolamiz, guys. That's it, guys. Bye bye.